What's going on, guys? Alright, so today I'm going to wrap the hood on this Lexus RCF in Vivid Tech Art carbon fiber. This is a gloss black carbon fiber, so I'm going to show you it right now. I've got it right here. And there's a couple of things that I'm going to be using today while installing this film. As you can see, the RCF's hood has quite an indentation right there. So we want to make sure that we're definitely alleviating all tension in the recessed area here. And it also does have a hood scoop, which I've removed. Much easier to remove the hood scoop than to work around it. So this is the Tech Art carbon fiber. Try and get you a good angle here up close. How's that look on camera? I'll show you in the end anyways, once it's all done. Alright, so that's the Tech Art carbon fiber. Again, I'm going to put all the tools and everything I'm using in the description below. There's going to be a link to everything down there, so you're welcome to grab whatever you want. If you want some of this, it does look really great. In comparison to, like, let's say the roof, it is pretty close. A little bit darker. Again, between different manufacturers, even like car manufacturers, their carbon fibers will look different. So it's as close as it'll get as far as a wrap goes right now. Alright, sorry, someone was just calling me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to prep the hood. So we're going to wipe the hood down. I've got 70% isopropyl alcohol, not diluted, okay? This car was just driven here, so it's a little bit warm, which makes the vinyl adhere to the surface a lot faster. When we're cleaning the hood, we're going to make sure that we don't have any tree sap or insects stuck to the surface. If we do, then we'll need to use a clay bar or clay rag and get that stuff off. On top of that, we're also stripping down all the wax, oils, that kind of stuff, any contaminants. There are some stone chips, very small, very minor, nothing crazy. It is a daily, I guess it's a daily driven car, just like most cars. And I'm also going to clean in the hood scoop area. As you can see, it's super dirty in there. So I want to make sure it's very clean. So this recessed area is going to be very important on us stripping all the wax out and oil or anything like that, simply because there might be some stretch in this area. We're going to try not to stretch. Obviously, we always try not to stretch, but sometimes we do have to stretch a little bit into a recessed area. So I'm going to clean out this hood scoop area right now. I like it to be a little bit more wet with the isopropyl alcohol, simply because it'll start to lift the dirt a little bit. So as you can see, I went in here last, all right, because I don't want to bring all this dirt onto the large area around and then start scratching the paint. This area is covered when we put the scoop back on, so not a big deal, but I do need to clean out the dirt. So I'm going to grab a separate rag and I'm going to go over the surface, just the area outside one more time, in case I drew out any contaminants. And then once we do this, I'm going to see, I think I got a couple of small spots over here. Like I had a couple of insects stuck to the hood. That's gone. I've already wiped the underside of the hood, but I'll show you how I do that anyways. So the hood is already popped open. What we're going to do is I spray some isopropyl onto the rag, and then we go over the edge about an inch or so in, okay? It's very important. This is where our vinyl is going to end. So we need to make sure that the edges are super, super clean. Again, dirt is going to be more likely to be stuck and greased underneath the hood than it is going to be on top of the hood, because we wash outside of the car very often, but we don't wash under the hood. All right. So it's looking pretty good. Looks great, actually. Now what I'm going to do is apply some tack reducer, all right? Because it's so hot and this is a large surface area, I want to lower the adhesion. It's not going to cause an issue, especially on a large flat area like this. If I get the tack reducer into the recess area, that could cause an issue. So we don't want to have that happen. We want to control it. So I'm going to spray it onto the rag. And I'm going to go within like 2 inches or so of every edge and just wipe it on. It should dry to a haze. That means you've got tack reducer applied. Again, I don't want to go right to the edge. What we're mainly doing, where we're applying this, is over the largest, flattest area and not into recesses. And you're going to see it looks kind of smeared. This is going to make my life a lot easier when it comes to installation. Can you see this through the wrap? No, not at all. Is it reactive to the wrap? Not at all. So, I mean, I've had this on my hood on my car for years and it's never caused an issue. That was my main concern, kind of using these products and these chemicals. So, I didn't want the chemical to maybe possibly melt the adhesive or whatever might happen. So again, that doesn't happen with this tack reducer, and it will be in the description below. So now what I'm going to do is, I have my air compressor filled. I'm going to blow off the area on the outside in case I got any lint particles, okay? We also want to make sure we get the dust out of the wiper blade area. And that's it. So, we're going to begin. I'm going to open this up. Now this has a protective cap on it. As you might notice, I was kind of peeling it back when I was showing you. I'm not sure if this car is magnetic, so we're going to check it out right now. The fenders might be. Yes, the hood is not. Okay. That's all I need. I just need the fenders to be magnetic. That definitely helps when it comes to, I'll use the compressor again one more time before something fell off the roof, I guess. I'll use the compressor one more time once I lay the wrap down. It's super curled up right now, so let's get it flattened out. Grab one more magnet. I don't know where they all went. Here they are. So there's only one way we can run this grain of the carbon fiber. We can only run it across in this direction because the hood is wider than 60 inches but not longer than 60 inches. So we have to run it this way. So I'm going to make sure I have full coverage with a little excess on the edge. I want to have at least a couple of inches on either end. Normally I measure it off the car and cut it off the car. Doesn't really matter. Just when you're cutting it, be safe. You don't want to damage the paint. And I'll use a plastic snitty for this. So again, if you're looking for a cutting tool, this is a safe one to use. Perfect. I'll take the excess carbon fiber and put it over here. Now that I have that done, I'm going to use the compressor one more time. Just to make sure there's nothing kicking around underneath. Whereas the end of the hood is pretty close to the end of the vinyl, so there isn't much to trim off. And I don't usually like trimming it off anyways. What I'd like to do is leave the cap on for the most part to try to wrap with the protective cap on it. So this will minimize swirl marks. Yeah, we will have to take it off because it doesn't stretch very well. This is the same protective cap that we put on, that they put on the chrome, more or less. It's actually been more difficult to remove for whatever reason, but we're gonna go for it. All right, so I'm gonna start rolling the backing paper off. It's a little bit funny right now because my vinyl isn't flat. There we go. So if we keep the vinyl flat, it makes it much easier, all right? So we don't want to crease this. We don't want to have to squeegee out all these creases. It's pretty warm today. I thought it was a little bit colder. I'm wearing jeans wasn't a great idea. It's been like a Miami summer in Toronto this year. All right, so I'm going to position this a bit. See how sticky it is? But it's actually, once we get it off the part that doesn't have the tack reducer, then it's not as sticky anymore. I came a little bit too much this way somehow, so I'm going to position the vinyl back to that end. There we go. Super thick, okay? This is not thin vinyl. Very thick. So I'm going to stretch it out, okay? So right now, what we're doing is I'm glassing it out, basically. It's the technical term. When the vinyl's this thick, it's a little bit difficult to do. And with the protective cap on it, it becomes even more difficult to do. But again, we'll get it done. So, you've just got to put a bit of effort into it. A little muscle, you know? I actually just kind of put my body weight into it. Alright, so I'm good with this. So I have the cap on it, so if it does get some minor scratches and stuff, don't worry about it. That will be removed as soon as I remove the cap. And it's going to want to build up air because it's so hot. So with the fact that we have the tack reducer on, it's going to allow the air to come out much easier. So I always want to get the middle done. Get this ironed out and out of the way, because it's really hard to reach. Alright, so I've got some wrinkles in it here. Just kind of seeing if I might have to heat them out. Just testing the water. I'm also going to trim away these corners here. So I've got a lot of excess film here. It's in my way. Let's get that out of the way. See how I pull the vinyl back towards the blade so I don't have to rest the blade on the vehicle. Start squeegeeing this out even more. We're always being thorough, right? Being thorough is very important. We want to make sure we don't leave any air behind. As I get to the end, since we didn't apply tack reducer there, it will become more difficult or more challenging to get the air out, so we need to lift the vinyl up slightly. So Avery has a printed carbon fiber. I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about it. Apparently when you stretch it, it doesn't look very good at all. This we can stretch without throwing the pattern. it actually stretches really well and very consistently. So the fact that we can do that, it makes a massive difference when it comes to installation, because it makes your wrap in the end look much better. So I'm going to heat this up a little bit here because I've got a couple of wrinkles I'm not happy about. There we go. One little guy right there. They're not really wrinkles, they're more like creases. Try to push one little air bubble down. There we go. So I can use the more firm squeegee for this, since I have the cap on it. Again, as soon as I remove this protective cap, it's going to get super glossy and look a lot cleaner. You can try to install the whole thing with the cap on. With a hood that's this aggressive, it's going to be a bit more challenging. So I recommend removing it at a certain point, like kind of when we get down here. Vinyl's been sitting a long time, right? So we need to lift it and allow it to allow the air to relax, the vinyl to relax again. So it's starting to trap air because it's been sitting for so long and it's so hot in here. Like this hood is probably sitting at around 100, and the hood itself is probably around 120, 130 degrees right now. It's hot. There we go. I had one air bubble back there. Also, leaving the capping on will make it more likely that you'll get wrinkles, since it doesn't conform the same way. So I'm going to just get the vinyl down a bit more, and then I'm going to remove the cap and start stretching it a little bit into these areas here. As you can see, I have a ton of slack in the middle. But that'll start to go away in a moment. Okay. You know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try, it doesn't hurt to try because this is not chrome, so we can't really permanently damage the film by leaving the capping on. If it was chrome, you're definitely going to want to remove the cap, but this one, we can heat and stretch this cap slightly, okay? So we're going to try to do that. So I would rather it look a little bit more pure and more wrinkle-free. Sorry, more wrinkle-free, more scratch-free. Like I said, it will get small swirl marks. Because the cap is not very stretchable, we have to heat it up a lot, okay? This is no joke. We're heating it up quite a bit here. So again, I have to pull in this direction. I have to pull out to the sides. Because I'm trying to create triangles, right? Triangles mean that if the vinyl's running this way, the wrinkles are running this way, we have to pull this way, okay? That's all that means. So I'm going to do the same on the opposite side here. Just gonna get this section done here because it's not working with me. Okay. I want to hit it quick. I want to hit it with our squeegee quick because it's going to start to trap air the longer it sits. Okay, so these wrinkles are perfect because they run across. All I'm going to do for these ones is pull down, okay? I might have to relax the film a little bit because there is some tension on it, but I just want to pull down. There we go. I'll fix this guy there. This guy right here. There we go. I'm just kind of guiding it where it's got to go. So again, we have no wrinkles running straight up to the edge right here. Very important. Here we do still. So we're going to have to fix it up over here. Get some of this squeegee down. Again, same deal. There we go. All right, let's go back over here. So again, it looks super mucky right now. It's totally normal because that protective cap is just simply there for that. It's there to protect the vinyl. It doesn't actually really self-heal or anything like that. So once you remove it, it'll get a lot nicer. I have to remove it in a moment. So as soon as I get the other side done to this point, I'm going to remove the cap. I'm ready for that. I put my hands over top because it allows me to disperse the tension and the stretch over a larger area. All right, so let's remove the cap and see what this looks like, because I'm gonna remove it just for this area. So it's gonna get way shinier. Once I remove the cap, we're gonna get into using some shield guard. Man, that's pretty. Gorgeous. A little air right there. There we go. All right, so this is where we're going to use some shield guards. We got there 25 minutes. Got a few more minutes on the camera there before I got to restart the video. So, where I'm going to apply the shield guard is going to be where I do my squeegee. I'm going to use the softer one now. So I'm going to apply the shield guard on the actual buffer of the squeegee. That's the blue thing. So we're just going to Alright. Now I have to heat this a bit still. The reason why I'm heating it is to keep it wrinkle free as I kind of pull it down. Okay, I'm not really stretching it here that much. I don't want to. I need to be laying it into this recess though. So I'm pulling it down into the recess, as you can see. I'm not really stretching it into the recess. Right here, okay? Very important to do it this way, okay? So I've laid into this, as opposed to putting the vinyl here and stretching in, I've laid into this recess. Very important. Start finishing all this up right here. Once I get into the recess, then we're allowed to pull and stretch out a bit if we need to. Okay? That's not a big deal. Because once we get into the recess, then we're going to be pulling and stretching across the large flat area. The hood is so warm right now, I don't even really need to, I need to fix all this after. I'm lifting the vinyl from the edge to lay it in. Got one bubble in there. There we go. Excellent. Let's finish up down here. I'm going to relax this edge right here. Just going to leave the heat gun running. Makes more sense. Okay, here we go. So very little pullback, which is important. Perfect. So it's just about finished. I'm gonna restart the video quick. All right, I restarted the video. We're at 29 minutes there. Same deal over here. Get a little bit of air in there. There we go. So exactly what I did on the other side, I'm going to do it right here. It's always a little bit different on the opposite side, simply because of the way your dominant hand is when you're laying the vinyl out. Air bubble there. When I can pull it back to get the air bubbles out, I do. Instead of like using an air release tool. Sometimes it's not possible. almost there. Then I'm laying into the recess on this side. Once I finish this, we're going to be trimming it out and doing the corners. So this vinyl will take a bit more heat to get moving before we are able to do anything with it, like contour or manipulate it. Just because it's like 6.5 micron or something like that, super thick. No idea how my jeans got so dirty. Must be tire shine. Perfect, we're to the edge. All right. I'm gonna do the corner over here. Good. All right. What I'm going to do is find this area right here. And to find the recess, or find the gap, the hole. Just right about here. Cut it out. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna now lay in nicely. I don't want to have any wrinkles in there, so I'm just gonna get them out and use my glove. I'll need the glove right about now anyways. So if you're a beginner, this film is going to be a little bit more challenging for you because of how thick it is. Does it look great? It sure does. It looks amazing. Am I telling you not to try it? No, give it a shot. Why not give it a shot? Let's see if you can get it to turn out nice. So, this car for tint. Yeah. Just getting his windows tinted while he's here. Cool. Let's cut out the hood scoop area. Sweat dripping off my chin. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I want to free up the film and I'm going to lift the hood. I'm actually going to cut off the back section here first. some of it. I'll leave about, oh, I'm not even finished actually. I almost made a mistake, guys. I forgot that this little is a little recess right here that I've got to lay into still. I want to make mistakes like that. I almost cut the film too early. Otherwise, this video would have turned into an hour as opposed to, or an hour and a half. It's supposed to be 45 minutes. Cool. Okay, let's lift it up. This is going to give me access to all of the edges. That way I can tuck in really nicely. So let's get it off the hood a little, or off the fenders a bit, and then we're going to lift it. Vinyl isn't, honestly, it's not too sticky. It's more that the air release stops to work when it gets too hot. So having the tack reducer makes a massive difference. So I can lift this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little tool here and latch this if I can. Perfect. It's about where I want it. So I'm going to bring you guys in for this kind of stuff. Hopefully the view's good. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure all our edges are solid. We're getting them wrapped around. The corners I don't go bonkers on, like I don't stretch the film over too much because this vinyl is thick. It will want to pull back when we get to the edge. So I don't want to go too nuts with it. We just want to round off the corners with our finger. That's what I do. This way, we're not stretching it around the corner too much, and we're not causing added stress to the film. I'll come back over there in a second. I'm just going to take care of this side. So once this film cools, it actually, and you heat it quite a bit, it actually hardens pretty good. So it doesn't really pull back too much. As long as you do your post heat and you're doing your sealing off your edges really solid, you're good. A little bit of air on the edge. There we go. So it's very common to have air trapped on your edges, simply because when you get down there, the vinyl tends to lock air in. It doesn't want to let air out at the edge. Okay, so here again we can see, I'm just going to push down and around, okay? One air bubble in there. I'm just going to pull the vinyl back. So again, we're not doing a lot of stretching around, okay? We're just molding the vinyl around the edges. I'll clean all this up. It's all smeared because of the shield guard. I'm just about there. I'm just about happy with this. See how thorough I am when I'm doing this right now? I know this vinyl is thick and I want to make sure that it's down and it's solid. Very, 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 very important. Last thing I want to do is have to rewrap the whole hood because of one lifting spot. And we don't have a lot of stretch on it, so it should be totally fine, but always, always being cautious and thorough. I don't use this film a lot. Not a lot of people ask for it. I mean, I don't do a lot of small jobs anymore, so I guess if someone asks for it for their roof, for their hood, or whatever, when they're doing a full wrap, then sure, I could do it. All right, so let's move you back. I'm going to cut all this off. So back of the blade, back side of the panel, coming around the corner, always coming around the corner, okay? I'll show you up at that one up there. You can tint right now if you want. Yeah, all the windows, the two front, two back, and the rear one. $35. Yeah, he's right there. Just double check with him. I think it's $35. So I'm coming around the corners, you can see, right? So. $30 or $35? $30? $35 for the driver and passenger. Yeah. Darker in the back? So with this hood being black and the wrap being black, it's going to be difficult to see an edge. Nonetheless, I'll try to show you. It's nice to have the hood open part way, not all the way, not closed all the way. Not all the way open, but not all the way closed. So that's all cut off and done. I'm going to go over the edges with heat, as we always do after the cut. So before and after the cut. Today's supposed to be just a half a day for me. I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow. So if anyone's in Hawaii, let me know. Alright guys, that's the hood wrapped. Get this off. Not a whole lot to see underneath, like I said, but I'll show you. How much time did that take? That took almost 50 minutes. Wow, it's a long hood wrap. So we're gonna look underneath. Not a lot to see. And check out the corners. Right? I'm gonna push that down a little bit more right there. I'm gonna check it out over here. How's that look? Yeah, so you can't even really see the edge, simply because it's black on black. And then my lighting sucks right now, so we can check out the corners, okay? Here. Is that gonna work? There we go. So we can check it out from underneath. Let it focus for you. Hopefully that works. See? There we go. Okay. And I'm going to clean it up so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to wrap the hood scoop next. It's not really difficult. It's just a pretty flat looking hood scoop. So let me clean it up and then show you guys kind of what the gloss carbon fiber looks like. I use a little shield guard. Zero scratches in this. That's it. So let's show you what the carbon fiber looks like. Does that look super glossy? Pretty nice, right? Just about as real as it gets. And you can't really distort the pattern, like I said, which is super nice. Alright. I'm going to try to do a separate video on the hood scoop itself. Guys, if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see some more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Again, a link to all the tools in the description below, and also the vinyl that I used for this hood wrap. Anyways, thank you for watching. Take care.